Howdy, this is David at ILC Films. We just finished testing our new Rollocam from Kickstarter, and we wanted to show you a few issues we had with it. So the first test we did was on a marble countertop. So as you can see, the footage is pretty smooth, although it does slip a little bit. Right here you'll see the pan is actually not us touching it, that's just it's slipping on the countertop, which can be a problem if you think you set it perfectly straight and you don't happen to be paying attention. So our next test, what we used was what we thought was a pretty smooth cutting board, but actually turned out to be unusably wobbly in the footage. And then of course we'll zoom in here and you can see the footage is really shaky. I mean, it's unusable. So for our last test, we used the slider track that came with it, and of course we had to disassemble it and reassemble it much smaller than we had it on the countertop, because the slider track is so narrow and you run into a few problems with balance. So we've got to disassemble it, we've got to put it back together again, and then another problem you run into is the cheese plate will actually rub against the powered wheel. So we did have to take it apart again and readjust the cheese plate and move the ball head on the cheese plate, which can be a little more time consuming. However, once it was on the track, the footage was actually very smooth. So that's your best bet as far as any other surface goes. As of now, we're not super impressed, but we do have a wedding shoot tomorrow, so we're going to bring it along and do the best we can with it, and maybe we'll be pleasantly surprised.